pays the bills on a first date?
Who pays the bill when we go on a date?
I'm Pamela, the cooler sister.
I'm Wanda, the feisty twin.
And I'm Wendy, the twin on the fence.
We are here to discuss social issues.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, pretty ladies.
Hi.
Okay, so Achieva, welcome to our chat room.
Right.
I remember we met about 4 or 5 years back.
That was 2016.
Maybe
I think
6 years ago.
2016, yeah.
Yeah.
2016, yeah.
And we know you are into the entertainment industry, you are into acting, MCing, and I don't know what else.
A
you should
commercial
give us.
model, voiceover artist, and then an estate broker as well.
Wow,
Oh, okay,
that's
that's
really cool.
fine. Cool
Yes.
to know.
That's really cool. I'm interested in the
Real estate stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's very
exactly.
booming, trust me.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
how
so
that-
you're making cool money, right?
Exactly.
So how
Well, you
does
can
it
see
work? For us who don't know about real estate or how it works, can you brief us about that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like sometimes, most people are out there who don't want to pass through this stress in building houses and all that. So what they want to do is just buy the property
Okay.
outright.
So something that is already made.
Already made,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
With the land, house, and everything. Complete
And you are
package.
smart, I like that. That's all.
Okay, that's nice to know. So let's go straight to the point.
Yeah.
So today's discussion is about who pays the bills on a first date.
Who pays the bill when we go on a date?
Tim, per your own understanding.
Yeah,
Per
your
my
own-
understanding, date can be a friendly date. Or
Okay.
probably you met someone today and then you decided to sit somewhere and have a chit chat to
Okay.
know each other
Okay.
probably a little bit.
Okay, so when you say friendly dates, that means you and your friend, you decide to take your friend out and then you go out to have a nice time, right?
Alright, like the way we are talking today, I can say, tomorrow let's meet here for
Okay.
lunch
Exactly.
and then we
Okay.
have a little talk.
Okay, so
that's-
that means you initiated it, right?
Exactly.
Yes. And what other dates do we have per your opinion?
Yeah.
Aside from that.
Aside from the friendly
Friendly.
dates.
You can have a relationship date. Let's say, for
Okay.
instance, I propose to you today
Yeah.
and you accept.
Mhm.
Let's have somewhere, sit, and then talk about how you're going to move forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll turn that as a romantic date, right?
You're smart.
Yeah.
I'll
She's
take that.
romantic. I think we're all romantic. Right?
Yeah.
Right, so that's how it is.
So we Africans actually have this mentality about
Mindset.
dating.
Yeah.
Let's look at the family setting. If I'm supposed to tell my parents that, oh, I'm going on a date, parents think that dating is so much of a sin. Let me quote, like you are going out with a boy. When you say dates or you say you are going somewhere, you think you are going to do something.
So
like,
they literally picture something sexual that's going to
Yeah.
happen between
That is
them.
African mentality.
Yeah.
In a Western world, it's mostly not like that.
Mhm.
In a sense that when someone is going for a date, our parents, we say the olden people, they think when they say date, it means that you are going to have a close, let's say, intimacy with your boyfriend or your girl or something.
Yeah.
But in our current dispensation, we see it's not like that.
Mhm.
Like I had a date with a friend, was it last 2 weeks or so?
Mhm.
And it was just a friendly date.
Yeah.
Oh,
And our mentality sometimes kills us a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That's
That's
true.
true. I think
That's
that's
very true.
Yeah.
So, looking at the African setting, I don't know, but I've had some few interactions with some male friends, and then when I've like the topics we've talked about lately with some of our friends, they are like in the Western world or the foreign girls. They are much more open-minded compared to we Ghanaian
That's
girls,
true.
because when you go out with them or you go on a date with them, we expect them to pay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the outsiders would offer to pay, or sometimes they would even
Share.
pay
Pay the whole
the
bill.
whole bill, or they would want to
Let me
share.
not cut you short. There is I think was it last year I shot an advert for a company, okay, and the advert was actually basically for the foreign people,
Yeah.
right? So the advert was really shown outside.
Yeah.
So December they came down, and I think one lady saw the advert and then she recognized me on that particular program. We had a program on that December date. So
Okay.
she saw me and then she approached me. She was like, I like the way you acted in the commercial. Can we be friends? We became friends. It was simple and swift. I was like, a Ghanaian woman will never do this.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
initiation,
Do you
right?
understand? So afterwards, we decided to meet somewhere, all right, at Osu. And upon, all that, we sat down, we chat and all that, we ate. And then when the bill came, I was about taking money to pay. The man was like, what's the meaning of this? So I'm paying.
Okay, so
Okay, so it was a woman.
You are
It was a
currently
woman.
talking about
Yeah.
someone who is not a Ghanaian, right?
She's a Ghanaian.
She's a
but
Ghanaian,
she
but
grew up in the States.
she grew up there.
Yes, in the UK.
Okay.
You understand? And she was like, what's the meaning of this? We don't do this.
Okay.
You, taking me out doesn't mean I'm supposed to pay,
Okay.
right? So she paid for the money and she was trying to act all out.
Okay.
So,
So
I have to just keep quiet for her to pay the payment.
okay.
Okay,
So I'd like
now
to get something clear. Who initiated the date? Like who said,
Okay,
let's go out?
out
I'm
on
taking
a
you
date.
out on a
I
date.
said it.
Okay.
And
So
then
you.
she proposed the venue.
Okay.
Okay, so you initiated the
I
date.
initiated it, yeah.
But
And
when you got there, she decided to pay and aggressively told you not to pay.
Okay. So when you got there, after her like suggesting the venue, when you got there, was it somewhere expensive? Like
Yes, it was expensive.
Okay,
If you don't
so-
mind me mentioning the brand,
okay,
Yeah, you can.
you
that is
can.
Frankie's.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, we know Frankie's
Yes,
is
we
a
know.
popular
Yes.
Yes.
place.
So it's somewhere
in
that,
Osu.
let's say, an average person cannot easily, like, let's say,
Yeah,
afford
access.
and
Yeah.
all of that.
And
So
all of that.
one thing I would deduce from all of this is that even if she's someone who is naturalized from Ghana and then she grew up there,
In the UK.
had most of her upbringing in the
Exactly.
UK, right?
Yeah.
First of all, you initiated the date, were the first to initiate the date, and then she proposed the venue.
The
So
venue, yeah.
literally it means that she has a particular taste, a peculiar taste, and then she wants you to go to somewhere
Somewhere.
Frankie's,
Yeah.
and she can't dictate your pocket. Like
Yeah.
she can't
Yeah.
say, okay, I know how much you are willing to spend when we go.
Okay,
So-
before that, let me chip in. Did you explain to her after she suggested the venue that, okay, that place is quite above my budget or below my budget? Did you give her any further explanation to
I
her?
didn't say
But
that.
you have
had
a problem
the
with the
money.
place.
No, I
No,
didn't have
you
any
didn't.
problem with it.
Exactly.
So you would have paid.
Yes, I would
Even
have
though-
paid because
okay.
I was about to pay when she
Okay,
said
so
no.
because it was cool with your pocket, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so let's jump. What about a normal guy, an average Ghanaian, taking a girl out on a date and the girl proposing that, okay, this is where I want to go. I want to go to Frankie's, so I want to go to Kempinski restaurant or somewhere else. I want to go there. What do you think that average Ghanaian boy, should he explain himself or he should just pretend like he's so okay with the venue and everything? Then when they get there, he decides to just be so shocked and not
I
being
get your
able
point.
to pay.
You know, when it happens like that, you're a man. So why shouldn't you voice out?
Exactly.
You know
That's my point.
this you can't pay.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
where the lady is mentioning you can't afford.
Exactly.
So why should you keep quiet?
But I know a lot of Ghanaian guys, like, let me not try to be biased, right? I've had a couple of experiences, and then the experiences were not quite good. I'm saying this because most of the guys I met, they really like have this cold feet or like some hesitation to really tell you that, okay, yes, it's yes, no, it's no, or I have or I don't have. And be a man. Being a man means that you are able to say, okay, this is my final decision.
Yeah.
Or
I
my
can.
yes is my yes,
I
my
can.
no is my no.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
most of
Don't
them like to
play
play
around.
castles in the air
Yeah.
and make everyone think that, okay, my
I
pocket
have.
is so cool.
Yeah,
When in natural sense, we all know that
yeah.
it
Yes,
is
any
not.
man who thinks like that doesn't have a future. Trust me.
You know,
But
Because-
that's what
Exactly.
happens
No,
on
you
a
can't-
Because they are going to
Ghanaian
keep
setting.
repeating it. All the ladies are going to keep running away from you. You don't
Exactly.
really know
I mean,
exactly
it's supposed to
what
be real.
your problem
yeah.
is.
But
Most
but
of
do you-
them
do you know
actually
something?
fear the fact that it's going to be yawa. Let me put it that way. When they hear that, or when they tell the girl that, oh, I can't really afford this place. But sometimes I think we girls like you to be real and be honest. We appreciate that more because when you say that, at least we save each other the stress of like going through that fact that when we get to the location, you are now like checking through your pockets, and then I would want to like.
Let me
And
chip in
Achieva,
here.
I really love your personality, or I like your personality for saying what it actually is.
Yeah.
But you know, on a regular line, right? Most Ghanaian men or boys, for instance, dating is not only for way matured people, it's also for the people of the
Oh, yeah,
youth.
exactly.
It's also for the youth. But most of the men or boys, right, they are not so plain and honest like you. It's something that is happening
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
It's happening now. Before it
That's
wasn't
why I
like
said-
that, but it's happening now. Most of them like to just lead you on and like to you that okay, I can afford this, I can do this and all. Then when you get to the
Let
venue,
me
all
assure
of
you
these
that-
things happen.
Let me
And they
assure-
make it so cool, like okay, that
Yeah.
this is okay. And sometimes they blame the fault on the women. And
That
make
you
it look
are
like
expecting them to like
yeah,
pay for you
exactly.
or take care of you like your
You are
like
the
your
father
dad.
or
Meanwhile,
something.
point of correction. Let me pinpoint
Nail
that
it
point.
on the
Yeah, you
Yes.
know the guys, right?
Like I'm putting it boldly out there that I didn't initiate it. You initiated it. I wasn't hungry in my home.
Alright.
You said let's go out and
Exactly.
eat, right?
And then me offering to pay for the bill or some part of the bill should be a choice. Like
Yeah, it
the
should
way
be
your
my own
lady
That's the
says.
point.
Exactly.
But you shouldn't
But,
make
you know,
it look like
What I'm
this
trying to
and
say is that
this.
there are
And
some men.
communication is
There are some
vital.
good.
So you should learn how to communicate to each other that okay, if I'm the lady, even though you initiated
Probably
first.
from the beginning, the communication will be less.
Yeah.
All right, and sometimes to some of the guys, this is what they wanted to normally do. That you are beautiful. Maybe he's seriously engaged, but he wants to have his way through you. So in order for him to do that, what is it? How many is he supposed to do? He's supposed to try to put you at a corner whereby you accept
He's
everything.
hiding you.
No, not hiding as such. He'll be hyping you, taking you to places that you least expected.
Okay.
So the bottom line is to have an affair with you. And what else? Nothing. You get it. So mostly, sometimes you ladies get it all wrong. All right. You might think, hey, the guy is good. Oh, the guy is good. Oh, he's taking me here. He's buying me lunch every time I'm at work and all that.
Yeah, that also doesn't validate
My
the
sister,
person.
I'm telling you that any guy who tries to do that to you, it costs something 225. And they will finish you up right now. Trust
Okay,
me.
so
Yeah.
What's
he-
225?
he's
Can you
actually,
elaborate more on that?
he's just
I'll come to
actually
that.
having a
He's
plan,
trying to
like
create a good impression.
yeah, he
Yeah.
executes his plan.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
and-
me in particular, when I meet you for the first time and I like you, probably I'll tell you I really love your personality. I'll be very much happy if we can continue our conversation if you give me the chance. All right. So when you give me the go ahead, I won't just beat around the bush. I'll hit straight to the point. If you're in a relationship, we cut it off. If you're not, if you think you also like me, we go straight ahead. There's no need for you to beat around the bush.
Exactly.
What are you waiting for? I mean, some of the ladies will be like, I'm going to study him. I'm not Achieva. I'm going to study the
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah.
You're not a handout.
Yeah.
You understand? So why don't we two mature people come together? Sometimes why do you ladies, prolong to accept our request?
Because it looks like you, the guys, you don't really know what you want.
Any guy who thinks that when he proposes to you and you accept on the spot,
Yeah.
thinks that you are cheap,
Yeah.
that particular guy is not matured. He's been taking 225.
Okay, so
You get
come
it?
to that.
I mean,
Can
but-
you
but
explain?
then-
when we talk of maturity,
Yeah.
right? You realize that when you met this guy,
Yeah.
you realize that no, you have something for this guy. When a guy also came closer to you, you also realize that he has something for you. So you knowing that you have this feeling for the guy, why don't you just open up? All of a sudden, let's start a relationship. Two mature people. You hate it, that's it. Not to beat around the bush, steady, Akiola, handout and all that. Please, these things must stop.
Don't like it, and automatically all of us are going to have the same fun. The other way around, which is what I call the 225.
This is where we rate our chat partner. To me, I think that the part he said he initiating the date, and then when they got there, the lady insisted on paying the bills. Well, I'll give him a red card for that, because I would never do that, initiate a date and get there and then allowing my date to pay for the bills. And secondly, well, I think he's very good at punchlines, so I'm giving him a green card for that. Or he's saying, you are not an Akiola for me to study. Like, those were a lot of good punchlines there, so I'm giving him a green for that. Yeah, so with all that is said and done, I hope you actually enjoyed every bit of the discussion. And then don't always forget to join us in our chat room and get involved. Drop your questions or your topics that you feel like we should discuss in the future down below in the comment section.
Yeah, and if you are interested in joining us on our chat room, you can always message us or comment down there. We can pick any of you anytime. Trust me.
Who knows? And don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. We love you.
Love you guys.
Mwah, mwah.